This right here is pickled candied pumpkin, and it is this amazing dessert that I was recently introduced to by my grandma, who Allah yarhamah is no longer with me. However, I constantly crave it, and today I am going to try to make it using her recipe. So let's get started. We're gonna start off, there's a lot of things here, hold on. We're gonna start off with this pumpkin here. My sister decided to try to expo marker a face on it because I told her I didn't want to carve it, I actually want to cook with it. And turns out it does not come up. So we're gonna go ahead and use that side because I need to peel the pumpkin anyways. So for the pumpkin, I will be peeling and slicing it. Usually I would use one of those like wavy cutter things, but I couldn't find mine, which is fine. A knife will do, it'll just be a lot harder. I will go ahead and peel the pumpkin and cut it. You can kind of cut the shape of, depending on what you'd like. From my experience with my grandma, I found that the thinner the slice, the crunchier, or like the more the crunch ratio is to the mushy inside. And so I'm probably gonna do a variety of different sizes. I like the varying textures, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut this guy in half. I'm only gonna be using half the pumpkin because I want to make a pumpkin risotto. I actually don't know how to cut into a pumpkin. I'm about to cut into it like a melon. Hold on, this is my biggest knife. Before anyone goes, you need a bigger knife. I know. Carpal tunnel central. Just giving him a haircut. Get off. Haven't carved a pumpkin in a while. Okay, I need to scoop out the guts, but I am going to keep the seeds because I like to roast them and season them, and then they become an amazing snack. You kind of want to get rid of any of the stringy bits because for the pickling lime, you want like the solid pieces of pumpkin. There's so many seeds. I'm so excited. I'm going to throw one into my garden bed. If it grows, it grows. If not, it wasn't meant to be. That did not go in. It stuck to me. Oh, okay, we're trying one more. One more. Nope. Okay, I think it's just not meant to be. Nope. Okay, this is the last. There we go. Pick me for your basketball team. My vacuum's gonna have a great time. It's gonna have pumpkin for dinner. Let's go ahead. Oh, it's so easy. I love this peeler. This feels so wrong. There she is. Now I'm gonna slice it this all the way around just so that I get even pieces. Oh, I take it back. Let's go like, oh my god. I want that wavy cutter so badly now. Oh, is this the vibe I'm going for? Also, you can just get this off after. They always make them so pretty when they serve them. I don't know how to make them pretty. Usually it's a thicker pumpkin. I think that's my issue. I'm making do with what I've got. Next is where the science happens, where you gotta wear a mask. We are now gonna soak it in pickling lime. I've seen people use like home improvement lime, but I went out and just bought actual pickling lime because I didn't want to make this science experiment even more of a science experiment. With this, I've got I don't know how much water this is. I just know you need enough water for this to soak, and the more pickling lime you use, the like crunchier it gets, but you don't want to go over like the proper ratio, which is about 5 cups of water to half a cup of pickling lime. Kind of don't want to mess with the ratios just because it's a science experiment and I don't really know what happens if you mess with them, and I don't want to find out. And I'm gonna add in, I think this is more than 5 cups of water, which is fine. I'm just not gonna exceed the half cup of pickling lime, which is actually for a whole 6-pound pumpkin, which I don't have, so I might do a 4th. Oh, also, you don't want to breathe this in, so wear a mask, turn away. Oh, wear gloves. It's a little too late. The feeling of pickled skin, not fun. Been there, done that, don't want to do it again. My hands are wet, they're not going in my gloves. Don't breathe it in, don't breathe it in. That's about a 1/4 of a cup. I can't breathe, I'm not talking all the time. I'm stirring this until it's combined, but you have to use a non-reactive bowl. I'm pretty sure metal is reactive, but I'm gonna go ahead, put the pumpkin in. So now I'm just gonna like stir them. I'm gonna let these soak. You can see these are floating, which is where this plate comes into play. I'm gonna use the plate to weight it down. These are gonna soak for 4 to 8 hours. I will come in every hour or so to, oh, I missed a little guy. I'll come in every hour or so to stir it up since the lime will settle. But let's use this plate to weigh them down. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. I don't have a bigger plate. Fortunately, some of these are not going to be as crispy as others, but hopefully when I mix them around, it will all work out. The lime has already settled, but it'll keep doing that. I'm just going to go for about, I think I'm going to go for the sweet spot in between at 6 hours. We'll see, but I'll be back and I'll keep you updated. It's time to clean this. Ugh. I need to put on gloves for this because you have to get rid of all the lime because you don't want to eat it. But I wanted to just show the texture. It is like, I don't know how to explain it, but the pumpkin before was like mushy and foamy, but now it's got this crisp texture to it. Like, you hear that? It is so much more crispy, and like when I break it, the outside is crispy, but the inside is foamy. You can kind of see that layer in there as well. I'm just gonna mix it up one more time, give them their final soak. You wanna thoroughly wash. So we're gonna wash the bowl, everything, and then you kind of want to soak it in water to get anything that's like soaked in out as well. Now with these, I'm just gonna literally massage and try to get all of the lime out. Soak number 1. Now that I'm feeling like that water is now clear, I'm like pretty confident I've got all of it out, but I am gonna just do a water soak to just make sure I get all of it out. So I'll soak it for about like 20 to 30 minutes and then we can move on to cooking. It's time to cook the pumpkin. I've just got a small pot because I don't think I'm gonna need anything bigger, but I'm gonna go ahead and get pumpkin everywhere. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer the pumpkin into here and pour over about a cup's worth of sugar. It's a lot of sugar, but it's what preserves it. So I'm gonna just eyeball it to make sure that's good enough. And then I'm just gonna stir everything to make sure it gets coated. I'm gonna go ahead and pour in water to just make sure everything gets covered. I'm gonna do a little bit more since it'll evaporate. I'm gonna add in some cinnamon sticks for flavor as well as some cloves. I'm just guessing the amounts of them and bring this up to a boil. All right, now that it's pretty much starting to boil, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down to the lowest setting and I'm just gonna let this simmer until the insides are creamy. These will tend to turn translucent and the inside will be a little bit more clear, but the goal is to have a crunchy outside and a creamy inside. And I'll check in on these guys every like half an hour-ish just to see their progress. It is now pretty much done. I can tell because the outside is crunchy, but the inside is gooey. It's like, for me, I cooked it a little bit longer because I wanted the inside to be mushy, but you can also tell it's like hardened on the outside and it's pretty translucent. I am going to let it cool, but I'm also going to keep the liquid that it's in because that's the syrup I'll be storing it in. All right, it is time to taste test. There's syrup everywhere. The one con about this dessert is it gets sugary water everywhere, but other than that, it's amazing. It is so good. You can tell the outside is like a shell and then ooh, the inside is that creamy pumpkin. You can see that shell on the outside. It's also cinnamony and clovey, and like, let me just give you the crunch. Hold on. You can't hear the crunch. This is a great way to use your pumpkin, and I'm off to eat basically this entire jar right now.